What's up, everybody? Today we talk about an important tool, and that is custom hotkeys. In RTS, you always want to produce as fast as you can, and hotkeys help with that, so you don't have to click everything. And of course, intuitive hotkeys are super important, so you don't have to look into your keyboard which is the button to press, because then, let's be honest, you can also click on it and be faster. Originally, when Warcraft 3 came out in 2002, hotkeys were already a thing, and back then we thought, hey, let's make it intuitive for the person so they can remember these hotkeys so they don't have to look. That resulted in this scheme right here, where build is on B, and attack is on A, and gather is on G, and also peasant is on P, and these hotkeys are all scattered across the keyboard. So while you can identify what the pattern behind it is, our hands might not find the button too quickly because it's on the other side. So modern games are using a grid hotkey where everything you need is on the left-hand side of the keyboard, as well as we do in shooters with WASD. People came up with QWER. That is the grid hotkey, and this was introduced with Reforged in 2020. So grid hotkeys are freaking awesome. They work also in custom games, for example, so not only for melee multiplayer, also for Dota, tower defenses, etc. They have a major flaw, at least for me. You can see that the attack button is on the upper right hand side, and that is R. I'm not a pirate. I don't want to attack with R. I want to attack with A to have an A click, an A move. Unfortunately, you can't edit this grid hotkey system in Warcraft 3. And so if you can get used to attacking with R, this one's perfect. Use it. Grid options, amazing. For me, not an option. So with the patch of 2.0, Blizzard came up with the hotkey manager in-game. And now in the options, I can change stuff. Thing is, that is like 1,000 hotkeys that you have to manually put in because there's no templates, for example, that you can use. So it's a lot of work to get this right. And I can create this. So I can change the button for the attack move, but I can't swap the position around. So the attack key is now correct, but it's on the R position and the buttons aren't movable. Also counterintuitive in it. Thankfully, the community came up a long time ago with an online hotkey system by JC Fields. This is an amazing hotkey manager that gives you stuff like this where you can move buttons around. This one, it is. So you see, originally, the attack move is on R when I load the preset, which is great, of Grid English. We open, and it is here, but I can swap it around. And then it changes. And then I switch Patrol to R. It shows you the conflicts with this, but then I do this, and everything is fine. So I have it finally the way I want it to, with attack on A in an intuitive position. So again, here's a flaw with this one, because I don't think when this was updated the last time, and it's noticeable in a couple of fields. For example, the hotkey for the Wand of Negation for the undeads doesn't change. It's not part of the grid system. Also, the DK Ultimate got buffed recently and has a new ID. In the game, current version, the ID is AUA2. But in this hotkey manager, it is still AUAN. So whatever you do here, it will not affect your anime dead in-game. So I sat down and I merged all the available options that we got here into a file. This file you can download from our drive, whether the English layout when you have QWERTY or the German layout when you have QWERTZ. The tutorial on how to do it is posted here, as well as a TXT. It is super simple. You go to your documents, you go to Warcraft 3, and you put it into custom key bindings. Name it custom keys TXT, and this is all the game needs to provide you with what you selected here and what you want. So to enable this, we go into Warcraft 3 in the options input menu. And while originally this has classic selected, I would put it on, or you have to put it on custom. This opens up another selection that is hotkeys, and there you go. All your hotkeys are there. The button position doesn't matter at the moment. It will apply usually. And there you go. You have everything the way you want it to, and you have one more option that is pretty essential to make this from good to very good. That's the general section and the inventory hotkeys. Those are unfortunately not editable in the custom key txt file, but this has been introduced with one of the latest patches. So originally, you can hit your town portal with the numpad, but the numpad is on the right-hand side of the keyboard when our keys are on the left-hand side of the keyboard, and you don't want to take your hands off the mouse as well. So this is where you change that. And if you follow the grid system that I just showed you, you can set this to T, Y, G, H, V, and B, and it should be fine. There's a couple of key conflicts, but it really won't matter much. You can also, if you go here via the main menu, set this to mouse keys. This was originally not the case, but it is now. So use your mouse to press your TP, use special characters as well. This is all possible. You hit save and you're good to go. So now there's a couple of disclaimers here that I think I have to tell you. This is not optimized for the campaign. This is multiplayer. This will also not work for custom games. This is melee Warcraft multiplayer, or, games against the AI. There is a million of mercenaries in this game, and unfortunately, with the system that the txt file is using, you cannot find a perfect solution for every single mercenary and every single ability, so there might be a couple of conflicts here. And another disclaimer is, this is perfectly fine for the English Warcraft 3 version. This is also tested for the German Warcraft 3 version, but it could lead to conflicts if you have it in any other language. If that's the case, please report it to me. I can update the custom keys pretty much every day to make them perfect eventually. But to me, this is the perfect solution. This is what we want. This is attack on A plus the perfect grid. Should be the easiest solution. I hope you like this as well. If not, feel free to create your own custom QWERs, or ideally, Blizzard gives us the option to change the grid system in the way that we want, because the grid system is probably the best thing we could have had, if not for this goddamn attack move button. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this, and use your keys now perfectly to become a pro and grind the ladder. Take care.